social policy, advocacy, culture, and education. Her academic journey, crowned by a master's in social policy from the prestigious University of York in the United Kingdom, not only showcases her intellectual rigor, but also her distinction as a Schelling scholar and the valedictory speaker of her class. Kemisha's professional tapestry weaves through the public and private sectors, where she has held a pivotal role and spearheaded transformative projects. As the co-host of Nationwide at 5 with Cliff Hughes, she has made indelible marks in the realm of broadcasting. Her leadership prowess shines through her tenure as chairperson of the Training, Research and Development Committee at the Early Childhood Commission Board, as a lecturer at the University of the West Indies, as chief of staff at Edifocal Limited, and as Director of Research and Development at Core Care Social Impact Consultants, where her strategic insights have propelled countless initiatives to success. With a commitment spanning over 2 decades, Kemisha has been a cornerstone of national youth development. Her advocacy has resonated on the global stage, representing the voice of Jamaica's youth at the United Nations General Assembly and capturing hearts as Miss Jamaica Festival Queen during the 50th anniversary of Jamaica's independence. Her fervor for education and empowerment radiates through her scholarly pursuits and her impactful research endeavors. A proud alumna of the St. Jago High School, Kemisha's formative years in the 6th form laid the foundation for her exemplary leadership, evidenced by her roles as prefect, debate team member, and president of the Students' Council. Beyond her professional accolades, she's a devoted partner to Mr. Gordon Swaby and a loving mother to her children, Alexander and Ava, embodying the virtues of family and community. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm and enthusiastic welcome to the extraordinary Mrs. Kemisha Kelly Swaby, a true embodiment of excellence and inspiration.
Wow, good evening everyone. Janelle, thank you very much for that introduction. And what an honor for me to be introduced by a young woman who I am such a fan of. I think everybody in Jamaica should know her face and her name, right?
Yes. Yes.
Is that Miss? My debate, you see, I'm short, but I think I know exactly who I'm looking at. Hi, Miss. Wow, I'm all right, I'm a little taller now. Okay. Oh, so many memories. Mr. Jordan Marshall and Miss Melissa Castle, Senorita Castle, Masters of Ceremony. The Very Reverend Canon Colin Reed and Mrs. Reed, Senior Canon and Rector of the Cathedral de St. Jago de la Vega. Miss Lissa Grant, Board Chairman. Principal, Mrs. Colette Furtado Press. Mrs. Antoinette Wright Dallin, Vice Principal. Mrs. Kareen James Barnett, Past Student Association President. Mr. Dwayne Haynes, Parent Teachers Association President. Miss Renee Byfield, Past Principal.
Past teacher.
Past Principal, Mrs. Sandra Swire Watson. And Miss Andreen Jones, Mr. Michael Yeesing. And I was in 6A and B science, so you know he's very special. Mrs. Faye Edwards, wife of past principal Mr. Victor Edwards, distinguished guests, faculty members, proud parents, students, and most importantly, the exceptional graduating class of 2024. Good evening to you all. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as we celebrate this significant milestone in your lives. As I look at all of you, I'm reminded of my own journey at St. Jago High School, a journey filled with unforgettable memories, enduring friendships, and invaluable lessons. You know, I listened as Mrs. Furtado Price was giving the just the report of an excellent year at school, and I heard how happily both parents and students could cheer. And it really made me chuckle as I came in, because when we were graduating, the then board chairman was Chief Justice Lensley Wolf of blessed memory. And I will not forget that he said, all the screaming and long clapping were not welcoming, because this is a religious event. And so, when the names were called, he was encouraging us not to scream and cheer. And since it was a religious event, one parent, so let's say the child's name was Kemisha, and graduating prizes for so-and-so Kemisha, and the parent jumped up and said, hallelujah, because it's a religious event. But I'm happy there seems to be so much freedom in terms of the celebrations, and I hope you will continue to do that. I don't know what Mrs. Furtado Price or Miss Grant will say, but I hope you will continue to celebrate from the bottom of your belly, because this is a wonderful, wonderful day. So, as I look out on all of you, I remember coming into St. Jago, and I came from an all-girls school in St. Anne for the first 5 years. But believe it or not, there are many people from St. Jago or St. Catherine who are pretty surprised that I went to any other school. Because as far as they're concerned, I'm a St. Jago girl through and through for 7 years. In fact, I'm often reminded that there's a picture of me in the foyer with a big afro, and I was often called the debate girl. Even when I entered the Miss Jamaica Festival Queen competition, representing St. Anne, and I won, there were people from St. Catherine who were rooting for me. The St. Jago alumni was on my side, and I am eternally grateful for that. So, I had the pleasure of spending 2 transformative years at this institution. I vividly remember my first biology class when I answered a question and Mr. Yee-Sing paused to ask me where I was from and to commend me on my diction. That moment instilled a sense of confidence in me that I carry to this day. The debate trips, I miss, were exhilarating. And winning the Schools Challenge quiz in my year, so I was not on the team, but I was always around the team. That was a fantastic achievement. And I remember the parade in Spanish Town and all of that. And though, as I said, I am from this all-girl Anglican school, Reverend, Anglican school as well, I was very happy to embrace the moniker Monk Street and a Punk Street. These experiences, along with the unwavering support I received during even health challenges at school, highlighted the nurturing and inclusive spirit of this school. Coming from St. Hilda's, that all-girls Anglican institution, my transition to St. Jago was quite an adjustment. I remember the first lunchtime, I stood up in class waiting for everybody to say grace, but there was none. It was funny and a little embarrassing that I also stood every time a teacher came in for the first 2 or 3 days of school, because that's how we did it. When a teacher entered or left, all the girls used to stand. And so people would look at me strangely and wonder why on earth was I doing that. But the support and camaraderie that came from the students was second to none. I found so much value here at St. Jago. She's not here now as a teacher, but when I was here, Kerencia Morrison was here as debate coach. And Mr. Michael Yee-Sing, as I said, my biology teacher. I also remember Mr. Frank Weiser. They helped shape my intellectual, and I know I got the pronunciation correctly, Frank Augustus Weiser. And it was with challenging yet supportive natures. They pushed me to strive for excellence. These mentors, alongside my incredible friends, played a crucial role in my journey. So you might have wondered, Janelle said I was Student Council President. How could this imposter, who had only been here for a year, become Student Council President here? But it was indeed an honor. The rigor, the intellectual rigor, and the color of discussions from debating honed my analytical and communication skills, leading to opportunities like co-hosting Nationwide at 5 with Cliff Hughes and eventually becoming a lecturer. I often tell people that, look, I do not have any formal media training outside of being a debater. I do not. And yet, I never applied for opportunities in media and communications. I was always sought out. And I credit a lot of that to my time at St. Jago for all the ways I was given a platform and opportunity to shine, and my voice was respected here. Before I even go further, I looked in the program and I saw that it is a young woman who is a valedictorian. Mrs. Watson? I don't know if Mrs. Watson remembers, but back in my day, it was often the head boy. And so I remember a group of us, then head girl Claudine Tucker, and myself from the Students' Council, as seniors, we went in to speak with Mr. Noel. Everybody, Mr. Noel is a legend, so I'm not even going to ask if everybody has heard of Mr. Noel. Mr. Keith Noel. And we said, sir, but why is it only the head boy? And so he gave an interesting rationale, nothing that we were solidly disagreeing with. But of course, I am quite proud to see a young woman be the valedictorian today. I recall the protection and the challenge provided by our teachers during debates, and those were instrumental. Because when other schools or judges tried to make us not win, I gotta tell you, our teachers from St. Jago were pretty protective of the whole bunch of us. I recall too calling Miss Morrison to help with my speech when I was graduating as valedictorian from the University of York in England. And during my time in the UK, visiting the spot where Watson and Crick discussed DNA, and that prompted me to message Mr. Lee Singh and share my excitement. Sir, guess where I am sitting? I am in this cafe, and you told us about Watson and Crick. Being a part of Beckford House, that shares a little too weak for me. Being a part of the Beckford House, for me, it meant being a part of a legacy of amazing, exciting champions. Didn't matter that I couldn't run, but I felt that my house was excellent because the red was strong and powerful. But of course, I celebrate all the houses and the fantastic exploits that have been done. This sense of belonging and pride is something I cherish deeply. Graduates, as you embark on your next journey, I want to remind you to value the friendships that you have made at St. Jago. One thing that I'm certain of is that St. Jago is full of good people. When we went on to the University of the West Indies, it was always funny because there are a number of the young men from 6A and 6B sides who could not cook. And a number of us lived on Rex Nettleford Hall at Ewing. And I kid you not, there were 3 of us, it was myself, Loni, and Nashika. And on a Friday evening, for those of you who are going to Ewing, you will learn of the St. Jago tree on the campus. They would be at the St. Jago tree, and then they would play football. And then they would walk around with their plastic containers to find food from any of the young women from St. Jago who were on Rex, because they assumed that all of us would be cooking. But they knew that they would be taken care of. At the end of the day, the friends I met at St. Jago really are some of the most important people in my life. There are many lessons that they taught me, including just about being present and being true and real friends. And that is something that I truly appreciate. Be present for your friends when you leave here today and into the future. Because one of the things we keep seeing in the world, especially among young people, is there are increasing incidents of mental health challenges. The data keeps telling us that a part of that is because we are so lonely as young people. Well, I'm a millennial, you are Gen Z people. And because of the advent and presence of social media, we can feel so very connected to people because we're seeing what's happening in their lives, but we don't really know them. So sometimes what people are seeing on your page, you look happy and dandy, but something might be going on that they don't know because you're only putting your best out there, right? So check in on your friends and be very present for them. I want to also challenge you to define success for yourselves. You will not all succeed in the same way, and that is perfectly okay. But we know that Jamaica has a pandemic, an epidemic rather, and that is the one they call the epidemic of bad mind. And oftentimes, that is because everybody wants to succeed in the same way. They want to do what the other person does. They want to have what the other person has. But the reality is that there is room for all of us to thrive. And we all don't need to succeed in the same way. Some of you will move on to be excellent teachers, excellent nurses, excellent doctors. So I can think of the careers I know as well that persons from St. Jago have gone on to. Or one of our troublemaking friends at St. Jago is, I believe, the senior planning engineer for the parish council. That didn't say one. And we know he gave a lot of trouble. Right? And then we have the nurses, the doctors, the engineers, the creatives, because we all see how proud Christopher Martin is to be associated with St. Jago High School. And it stands to reason that we should see more excellence in the performing arts coming from St. Jago, because it's not just this year St. Jago is winning outstanding awards for the performing arts. So to more of that from St. Jago. Look, and also be good citizens. Changing Jamaica for the better requires all hands on deck. And yes, a lot of you will choose to leave Jamaica for better opportunities as you perceive it. But wherever you go, be a model Jamaican. Be an outstanding Jamaican. Because that is how we help to contribute to better perspectives on our country and even contribute to our development. Looking ahead, you will face opportunities and challenges brought by the 4th and 5th industrial revolutions. According to the World Economic Forum, by 2025, 85 million jobs may be displaced by a shift in the division of labor between humans and machines, while 97 million new roles may emerge that are more adapted to the new division of labor between humans, machines, and algorithms. Some of you may have dabbled in ChatGPT a little bit, and this is just, why are we clapping? I hope just learning it and not using it to submit your assignment, sir. Right. But either way, as young people, you have to know, innovate. Because listen, you're not just competing against me as an older person in the workforce, but machines, AI, and how quickly they can learn and adapt. So find skills that will make you marketable, but also make you agile and trainable. Because yeah, you might think, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a doctor, that's it. But we know that robots are increasingly being trained to do some of the surgeries, and that's why we have a lot more non-invasive procedures taking place, diagnoses, etc. A lot is happening in terms of digital healthcare, so we have to be mindful of that. I would challenge you to find all the things you are good at and make them work. Don't just try to do one thing or be one thing, but try yourself to offer a suite of services, because you must be able to transcend the changes that will take place on account of the 4th and 5th Industrial Revolution. Parents who are sitting here today, I'm sure you'll agree with me that parenting these children is different from your experience when you were being parented by your parents, right? Yes? You see them sit down sometimes and the head is in the phone or on the iPad or the tablets, yeah? And sometimes the friends are online, or I remember one lady saying, And all the picnic do is have friend in the phone. Right? I mean, at the end of the day, guess what, students, graduates? For those of you who will choose to become parents, and we know the data says that the birth rate in Jamaica is declining significantly. For those of you who will choose to become parents, parenting is going to be so much different even then. How are you going to think forward in defining your success about also being successful in being a family person? Because children today spend significantly more time with digital devices than in previous generations. This shift impacts their social skills and their attention spans, which will influence how you choose to parent in the future, but it will also impact how you do your jobs. For those of you who want to be educators, pediatricians, speech therapists, and we need a lot more speech therapists and developmental therapists in Jamaica and the entire Caribbean. So if you're not certain, if you want to go into certain roles, think on those, because opportunities certainly exist there, and we do not have enough of those specialist persons to meet the needs in Jamaica. I want to talk too about climate change. The impacts of climate change are becoming more pronounced. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change reports that without urgent action, global temperatures are likely to rise by 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels for 2030. This will lead to increased natural disasters and affect our living conditions, potentially leading to what we're seeing: more gated communities and an urgent need for us to be better neighbors to each other. There are so many stories of people who are lost, and sometimes, guess where they were? Right in their apartments. But because their family lived far from them, the neighbor don't know them, so nobody was checking on them. But we are going to be forced to live in smaller spaces. Our health is going to be affected, so we're getting more persons who are researching climate change and the multiplicity of impacts that it will have. Technology will continue to reshape education and many other aspects of our lives. According to UNESCO, by 2030, the number of students in higher education is forecast to reach 414 million, up from 214 million in 2015. This will require new, innovative approaches to learning and teaching to cater to the growing demand. So, as you enter the next phase of learning, post-secondary, how are you going to be an innovative learner? Because that will be required. So if you're using ChatGPT, you have to get really skilled at prompting. And in fact, if you get really good at it, there are many jobs that are engineering jobs, but they don't require engineering training. What they require is actually skills in prompting AI. So these are some of the opportunities that exist. My time at St. Jago taught me that being bright isn't the be-all and end-all. We celebrate all kinds of success here. This school made me more comfortable navigating all parts of Jamaica and gave me a wider appreciation of our rich culture. What have I done since? Janelle told you a little bit. Since leaving St. Jago, I graduated as a valedictorian for my master's degree in the United Kingdom, was invited to numerous job opportunities, and contributed to policy making. However, my family remains my greatest achievement and asset. And that always leads me to speaking to the persons who maybe you never did so well in high school and you were considered the troublemaker. One of the things with troublemakers that I've learned is that oftentimes you're simply challenging the rules. You don't like how things are done and you think you know a better way. I always ask the adults in the room to think back. Is it only the people you knew in school who were super bright who are successes today? Parents, is it only the people who were super bright in school when you were in school? Are they the only ones who are successes today? It requires a lot more. And I like telling people sometimes about my husband, who He will tell people. So he's a CEO, right? And he has 5 in maths. 5 in maths. He has a friend who runs a research insights firm that has contracts in Jamaica, across the Caribbean, the United States, and Canada. That friend also has a 5 in maths. A 5. And he is the CEO of a research firm. Hold on. But guess what? They employ the bright people. So what I want to say though is that sometimes for the parents, the child is not getting all the awards for academic excellence. They're not getting all the awards for whatever it is, but they're outstanding at art. Maybe the only subject they excel in is business. Instead of getting upset and getting disappointed, how about you lean into that? How about you nurture that and encourage that? My friend, when I was leaving St. Hilda's, she got all the awards for art. While I was getting the prizes for 8 and 9 subjects, and all her other friends were, she was getting 1, art. And I remember telling people when I spoke at St. Hilda's that for all the friends, whether we're in the sciences, the natural sciences, social sciences, or anything, she went on to study graphic design, UI UX design, and she earned more than all of us. Art. Because her parents leaned into the thing that she was really good at and really passionate about and made it work. So today when you're looking on, don't be upset if your child is in the middle. Because guess what? That's not the end. One of the things we need to become is familiar with failure. And I will admit, I was not very familiar with failure. But you see, when I left the natural sciences at St. Jago and opted to go to the social sciences at the University of the West Indies, I felt like I was existing in confusion. Because why were the answers not yes or no, not black or white? Because we know that the blood flows through the heart in one particular way, and anything outside of that means there's an anomaly, right? But in social sciences, sometimes if you can justify your claim, you can make it through. And that was a bit of a challenge for me because Mr. Lee saying things black and white, right? But not always. So what I'm saying is, sometimes when you start the thing, you might not be good at it, but keep at it, please. Keep trying the thing that you are most passionate about. There is room to excel there. Fine, coming down. In life, respect people no matter their station. Because you're going to meet all kinds of people. My life at St. Jago was enriched by the security guard. Talk shop, because the fried chicken was always nice, right? Bun and cheese, because the cheese was always fresh. The persons who kept our classrooms clean, etc. And oftentimes, those are the people who see you on the road and remember you, give you a pat on the back, and lift you up. Occupy the spaces that you go in, and wherever you are, leave a mark. To the graduating class, remember the refrain that has been inculcated in us. St. Jago, St. Jago, carry this spirit with you as you step into the future. Aim to be the number one in everything you do. Be number one parents, number one researchers, number one creatives, number one doctors, lawyers, nurses, police officers, data protection experts, content creators. Be number one in everything that you do. We are the world. We impact our own lives. We must remember that from humble beginnings can come many, many excellent outcomes. There's a line in the Jamaican national anthem which states, "Give us vision, lest we perish." And as you prepare to leave the hallowed halls of Ravensworth, what is your vision for the world? And how do you intentionally and actively shape it? Think of all the ways that you can make a difference. Think of all the ways that you can give back. And no matter where you go, wear your Ravensworth pride with pride. Wear the green and gold with pride. I felt so good coming here. I put even the yellow and the green on my nails because Ravensworth pride. And I always cheer for St. Jago in champs, in quiz, and everywhere we go. And no matter where I am, if you see me, say hi and tell me that you're from St. Jago. We have been guarantors for people from St. Jago simply because they're from St. Jago. I don't know their parents. People in med school, simply because of that. And people from St. Jago have looked out for me in many spaces just because I said, I went to St. Jago. And I remember in the debate when the girl said, Jago, Jago, Jago. And all the audience, St. Jago students said, St. Jago. Hold the flag high, hold the banner high, and be the best that Jamaica has seen, because undoubtedly, St. Jago is. St. Jago. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Swaby. And I trust that we took a nugget. She said, find all the things you are good at and make them work. She said, become immune to failure. Don't let it discourage you, but let it push you to greatness. After hearing all that we have heard, I now invite the graduates to stand, and they will be offering at this time the graduates' prayer.
Let us pray. Graduates, please sit. At this time, parents, specially invited guests, we will be presenting those that we are most proud of, our graduating class of 2024. And so we start by inviting the form teachers of Form 5S to the platform. We invite former Vice Principal, Mr. Michael Easing, to make a presentation.
graduates of 5S, please stand. Davario Burke.
Sophian Allwood.
Tariq Pacha.
Brianna Bates.
Avian David.
Jeffisha Black.
Jaden Denton.
Kessan Bird.
Sean Evans.
Dana Campbell.
Quaid Garrick.
Talia Daly.
Chazri Johnson.
Alicia Evans.
Right here. No, they are taking pictures. You'll get it. But you are blocking the other thing. I'm not supposed to be here.
Artron Block.
Janelle F.A.U.T.E.F.I.
Romain Palmer.
Idana Ferron.
Chavez McRae.
Dania Francis.
Nathan Dean Reed. Reese Roman. Abigail James. Marlando Smith. Marianne Johnson. Joshua Thompson. Naika Ali. Rashad White. Brianna McDonald. Destiny Murphy. Santiana Sherman. Sakara T. And Michelle Walker. Grade 1 sub 12S, may be seated.
Thank you, Mr. Elise.
Alright, we invite the graduates of 5 teams to stand. And we invite the form teachers, Mrs. Ellis and Mr. Richardson, to come on this stand. Presenting to these graduates, we have former past principal, Mrs. Sandra Squire Watson. So please come.
Chantal Gilbert. Peter Gay O'Connor. Leah Pottinger. Julia Thomas.
Problem child.
Sabrina Walker.
Renata Reed.
Kazakhstan.
Rihanna Williams.
Related to Andrew and Janai?
John Warfield.
At this time, I will advise the completions of Form 5A. Completions of 5A, Ms. Salome and Mr. Late Campbell. Former Vice Principal, Ms. Ari Jones.
Graduate stand from 5A, please.
Joshua Allen
And Martina Andrade.
Wayne Alred.
Brianna Brooks.
Heel Bell.
One block of that. One easy sweet. Darkness. Darkness.
Osisha Murray.
Zane Burrell.
Son God. Mika Son God.
Sabrina Campbell.
Chestnut Poole.
One chestnut.
Atalia Ellis.
Gabriel Dervaux.
Bonjour.
Tajoni Goldberg.
Jordan Grant.
Yeah, get fun, boy.
Tatiana Ellis.
Shavar Harris.
Jimmy. One chip back.
Adrian Hutchinson.
One D-back, chip back. Jimmy.
Mario
Jimmy.
Jason.
One cockatoo.
Daniela Jones.
Kent Carrera.
Jana Marshall.
Romelo Miller.
Martina Miller. Shani Brown.
Hey, Christopher. Hey, Christopher.
Oh, well,
Christian Salman.
Sean Williams.
Uncle Grandpa.
Nina Moore.
Jordan Woodbine.
Asia Thomas.
Saturday Thomas.
Bianca Walters.
And Shanae Williams.
And form teacher, Mr. Alvin Reed, please to come and read this. Reading the awards to the graduates, we invite our Vice Principal, Mrs. Angela Wright Diamond, to come.
Everybody wanna be like just I buy new shoes. So that's what I'm telling you. We can get it. 60 grand from graduation. Trim. As it 2 grand from trim now. Inflammation. So 3 grand on my people. Shoes. The actual package. That's about 50 grand already. We need a brand new uniform.
Wrong. Crystal Burke.
Rihanna David. Neil Dillon. Alea Domo. Theodore Forrest. Alicia Ellis. Antoine Brown. Anastasia Ford. Leila. Kenyon Richard. Benjamin Williams. Joel Thomas. Gabriel Benson. Akeem Tomlinson. Jaheim White. William. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the graduates of Board 5 competition. Graduates.
Thank you, Mr. Darling. At this time, we will invite the block supervisors of your four, Miss Claudine Christie and Mr. Kilanda Booker, to present Form 5G. To make presentations, we invite Custis Rotolorium, the Honorable Isolate Golding. Custis Golding.
Good afternoon, everyone. We now invite the graduates of 5G to stand. Robina Anderson.
Brianna Brown.
Nicholas Bryan.
Bird.
Niger Chambers.
Hassan Duane.
Janoy Cummings.
Abidan Francis.
Damaine Brown.
Shanae Garrett.
Jermaine Douglas.
Layla Griffiths.
Rodrigo Gray.
Amory Henry.
Javan Holden.
Shannon Jackson.
Shamar Lawrence.
Jagan Johnson.
Jaden Morgan.
Lydia Lewin.
Danielle Hennan.
Tiffany McDonald.
Malik Howell.
Shabelle Palmer. Talia Solomon.
Mario Winslow.
Maria Tucker.
Maurice Williams.
Lacian Warren. Ladies and gentlemen, we now present to you the graduates of Form 5G. 5G, you may be seated.
Thank you, Mr. Steve. Thank you, Mr. Gover. Thank you, Mr. Cody. At this time, we invite the form teacher of Form 5O, Mr. Form teachers of Form 5O, please come. At this time, I will invite Dr. Kurt Wall, Counselor in the St. Catherine Municipality, to make the presentation. The form teachers of Form 5O are Ms. Christine Williams and Mr. Audrey Day.
Graduates of Form 5O, we invite you to stand. Just Galia.
Christopher Redden.
Reed.
Jamil Richardson.
Idrine Sherman.
Leroy Robinson.
Kyra Turner.
Jamil Smith.
Sanique Watson.
Shaim Stewart. Vance Tyndale. Nathaniel White. Tyrese Williamson. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the graduates of Form 5 Optimistic. You may now be seated.
And can we just give a round of applause for all our graduates one more time, graduating class of 2024. Splendid group indeed. And at this time we're going to be favored with a selection from the St. Jago High School Choir, the Santiago Singers.
They are protesting that name. I don't believe they're owning that name. They don't want it. They don't understand the rich legacy of the Santiago Singers. So after the choir, we will have a dance by the St. Jago Dance Society. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the students of the performing arts.
man. Tell me that already.
But I sure been faithful. See, God's got a purpose, and I know He's able. I've got a son in the ground, and He's blessing. No more stressing. I've got a son in the ground. Now I know it. I can show it.
Everything is working together for my good. Sing it, what? Everything is working together for my good. For my good, yeah. Everything is working together for my good. For my good, yeah. Together for my good. Sing it good, yes it's good, it's going good. Say it's working for my good, yeah. It's good, real good, yeah. It's working for my good. No more hurting, no more hurting. It's working for my good. It's working. No more loneliness. No more fear and stress. No more. No more hurt and pain. No more. It's working for my good. No more loneliness. No more fear and stress. No more. It's working for my good. This is my time, my season. When I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, and I close my eyes and smile. Sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon, and I've done my best, so everything's alright inside. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing, so when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air, as far as I can. Yeah. As far as I can. I can, yeah. My two hands in the air, as far as I can. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. Yeah. Lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man. Sometimes I'm lost and far from home, but I find my way. I follow my heart, I know I'll be found someday. While I'm lost, I learn and live. What do you say? Let's have a good time until that day. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing, so when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air, as far as I can. Stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. Yeah. Lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air, as far as I can.
Thank you to the students of the performing arts, graduates, guests. Please let us give them a round of applause for our appreciation. And now we will invite one who is possibly the shortest person in this graduating class, but certainly that is no indication of what she is capable of. She is a renowned guitarist here at St. Jago and soon to be by the rest of the world. A student of the performing arts herself, she was a part of the choir just now. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates of 2024, please welcome your valedictorian, Miss Tajane Thomas.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single. Good evening, San Diego family. 5 years ago, we entered the gates of San Diego High School as an unwritten book, eager to fill the pages. As the months passed, we grew, and we learned to not allow external circumstances to define us. Our book would be written on our own terms. The friends we sit with today became additions to our family and are undoubtedly some of the main characters in our story of life. I will briefly give you a preview of the book we have written, in which many of you played major and supporting roles. Act 1, Scene 1. First form students entered the grand stage, San Diego High School. For some, our entry into the school was a moment filled with a delicate balance of joy and anxiety. Joy knowing that we had made it to our school of choice, and at the same time a tinge of fear as we wondered what would be next and how we would cope with the many subjects and varied teachers. We soon made new friends, and before long, the stage was abuzz with our loud laughters, running feet, and of course, academic exchange with our teachers and friends. Like any good play, this scene ended with a cliffhanger: COVID-19. We were plunged into uncertainty, and our resilience was tested. We had just enjoyed sports day, had interform relays, as well as interform netball and football competitions. We were just beginning to settle in and create bonds with our peers, but we were quickly forced to have school on the online platform. I remember we were even supposed to go on this trip in first form, and some of us were about to make our debut at JCDC National Finals. But sadly, it was not to be. This drastic change from face-to-face school to online school, while we were still fresh in high school and not properly adjusted, took a toll on us. Still young and dazed, we were not sure how to handle the many challenges that came with completing assignments and tests on the online platforms. Google Meet and Google Classroom quickly became our worst nightmares, and the student portal came with a whirlwind of its own challenges, especially when it came around to examination periods. 500 server error. A notification many of us remember whenever the system was flooded with students trying to access their various examinations. Having to constantly go to student support to get our various issues sorted was not an easy feat. Online classes were certainly filled with their funny moments, where students would constantly type in the chat, "Miss, my mic isn't working. Miss, my camera isn't working." Not to mention the moments of dead silence after teachers would ask, "Are you guys hearing me? Hello?" Certainly, this change of space was also hard on our teachers, but they worked assiduously to ensure that this transition was not very bumpy. With the help of our teachers and parents, we were able to push through this grueling period and remain strong in the face of adversity. Scenes 2 and 3, our second and third form years, passed by quickly, and we began the rotation system in third form, where the class was split in half, and we had to go to school different weeks on different days. This too came with its many difficulties, but we charged head on, ready to overcome the obstacles. We had our very own block competition at the end of third form, the Mr. and Mrs. Third Form competition under the theme Abstinence, where our creative students wrote jingles and did various activities to promote abstinence. And we ended our third form year on a high, where we went to march through the streets of Spanish Town after we won the School Challenge Quiz competition. This was only a foretaste of the great things this noble institution had in store for us upon our return to face-to-face school. Overjoyed to be returning to full face-to-face school, we started the fourth form year. We had a fun-filled sports day, interform competitions, and we were able to march once more through the streets, cheering for our quiz champions and cheering on our very own peer, Janielle Essen, the captain. She captained the team to a tri-peat win, 2022, 2023, and of course, 2024. Showing once more that Monk Street and a Punk Street. We worked on the dreaded SBAs and started our preparations for CSEC with the aid of our diligent teachers. At St. Jago, those of us that were cubes or cuboids, we became spheres, carved and sanded in the woodwork room that is this institution. Yes, spheres, as we became well-rounded individuals as we participated in several extracurricular activities. This school has produced well-rounded students who are not only focused on academics, but on sports, performing arts competitions, robotics, and many other endeavors. Many students in our year group have entered the JCBC Performing Arts Competition, winning gold, silver, and bronze awards for their excellent performances in speech, drama, dance, and music, including national awards. Some of our very own batchmates excelled in basketball, cricket, football, and track and field. Act 2, Scene 1. Graduates seated and adorned for graduation to commemorate the momentous occasion. Enter graduates dressed in academic gown to say thanks. Today marks a significant milestone in our lives. We, the graduates, have spent the last 5 years at St. Jago High School, learning, growing, and being prepared for the future. Each of us faced hardships and has triumphed despite the odds. Overcoming the various obstacles would not have been possible without our parents and guardians, the staff, as well as our fellow peers with whom we have become close friends. To our families and friends, you are the spines of our books. Just as a spine anchors a book and holds it together, your support and love anchored us through the hard years and the days we felt like giving up. The spine of a book holds key information about the book. You know us better than we know ourselves, and you know just how to help us and to comfort us when we are at our lowest. We express our heartfelt gratitude for your unwavering support. It has not gone unnoticed. We love and appreciate you all. To the hard-working staff of St. Jago, the ancillary, academic, and administrative staff, we